This is Dead Serious, a show about short horror stories worthy of discussion. I'm Dead Palette, and I'm reading stories from the 15 Hours Tumblr. Firewalkers. Today we're going to be taking a look at a story entitled Google Reverse Image Search. Now, I don't know what Google Reverse Image Search is because I am a loyal Bing user. However, I am interested to see if you can actually find something bizarre out there and what this story purports to be about. As always, the link is in the description. Let's get into it. Have you ever heard of this reverse image search thing? I haven't. I don't know if there is a Bing reverse image search. I hadn't until recently. I was doing a paper on influential artists of the 21st century and came across it when asking who painted this one thing. Someone on Reddit said to just reverse image search it and sent me a link to Google Images. As it turns out, you can just drag and drop a photo saved on your computer into the search box, and the system will look for other images that are very similar to yours. If you want to get a story that is mundane and engrosses you and is realistic, this is what you have to do right here. You have to make your story seem like it's not a story. This story is trying to pass itself off as not a story, and I think it's doing it pretty effectively so far. They're just explaining the mechanic of this thing in case you don't know about it, and in the process of doing it, they're treating you like a human being who they're just chatting with. The popular images like a famous painting, this will usually lead you to a website or article about the painting. This made the rest of my paper a breeze to write. I was able to save the paintings off my professor's online instructions, reverse image search them, and then throw together a paragraph or two about the painting, the artist, and their influences, and so on. I finished my paper and thought I could have some fun with this new tool. And again, they're just explaining that this is how they learned about this thing, the mechanics of it. All of this is working well for me. I don't feel like I'm being told a story. I feel like someone is just talking to me. Like this is an article that you would read on one of those more social journalism sites, I should say. Sites where they do journalism, but it's more just like talking to you. I had a few images of my favorite superheroes saved on my hard drive and have always wanted to know where they came from. I thought this would be the best time to find out, so I dragged and dropped a drawing of Barry Allen into Google image search bar to find out it was the cover of The Flash number 22. I was super stoked. I had started collecting comic books somewhat recently and thought this would make a great addition to the collection, especially considering it's been saved on my computer for so long. Alright, now I know the insidious nature of this story. This is counter-ops. This is a Google employee trying to get me to use Google image search. But it won't work, sir. I am committed to Bing. I do like the details of Barry Allen and The Flash and all of that stuff, giving a concrete example of how it helped out. It helped out with the paper. All of this stuff is nice details working for me. After a few hours of this, I thought I'd take to the Google Your Own Name game to the next level. You know the game. You just go to google.com, type in your name in the search bar, and hit I'm feeling lucky. I don't know what I'm feeling lucky is. I only use Bing, and Bing doesn't have such a stupid option. It was a lot more fun before the world of social media. Nowadays, you search your name and it leads straight to your Facebook page. Fucking boring. But I figured I'd take a selfie and drop it in the search bar. Maybe I'm on some random hot singles near you ad. Interesting theory, interesting concept. The singles near you ad. Those are really pervasive on certain websites I frequent, as are ads for like Muslim dating sites. For some reason, whatever information is out there about me being collected by Google, Facebook, whatever, they really think I want to date Muslim singles. I cannot wrap my head around that. It started off with the usual suspects of searching yourself. The first few results were just photos from my Facebook or Twitter. Nothing exciting. Then the pictures started going back a couple of years. Older pictures. Some were still hosted on MySpace. I laughed as I scrolled through the awkward photos of me in my Cradle of Filth t-shirts. I got a little nostalgic at the pictures of me and my friends when we had that band my friends when we had that band a few years ago. Then came the pictures from my ex-Facebook page. Nobody likes coming across memories of past relationships. So I think we all have bands that we look back on and are like, I don't get why I was so obsessed with that. Like for me, it's Lark-NCL or Lakaru or however you want to say that Japanese pop punk band. I was really obsessed with that for a while, and then I think back on it and I'm like, why was I, they're good, but why was I obsessed with that? So that is very nostalgic. But more than the Cradle of Filth t-shirt thing, it's nostalgic for this individual. It is much more specific than that, and we are feeling their nostalgia, or at least that nostalgia is coming across to me and I'm feeling it. Let me know if you disagree down in the comments. A little bit of a grammar problem there, but no big deal. Those pictures made me think of how lucky I am now. I've been living with my girlfriend for 2 years now, and she actually makes me happy. Not that looking for love and I'm used to be a happy person. I'm real deal happy. It's fun because sometimes I can't even remember exactly how we met originally. I just know that I decided to go out to the bar downtown and drown my loneliness a few weeks after losing my job. I think that night was the straw that broke the camel's back, too. Okay, so he's having trouble remembering how he met his girlfriend, and he's playing this off like it's nothing. Is this going to be significant to the plot? Obviously it's important to the story for just establishing details, but is this going to be important to the greater picture, the crux of the story, the mechanic of the story? We shall see. I remember her buying me a drink and us chatting for a little while, and the next thing I knew we were back at her place. I'm sure you can fill in the gaps from there. I'll spare you the details. Please don't. But I decided that night to stay with her. She sent someone to pick up my things from my parents' place since I was sleeping on their couch, and in 2 months, her and I will be celebrating 2 years together. Anyways, I didn't come here to tell you about my hardships with my family. I came here to tell you about this crazy little website. So let me get back to that, shall we? What crazy little website is he talking about? Is he talking about, I'm presuming are they talking about it being Google? Like the Google reverse image search is a weird little website? Because Google is the most trafficked website on the internet. Yeah, that's a little weird. But also, he's moving in after fucking her for one night. I mean, you feel like you gotta put a ring on it, but man, that is quick. I scrolled past those pictures of Marie and I, and my old band, and a few other people I didn't recognize. Turns out, Google thinks I am this famous reggae artist from the 90s. The technology is far from perfect, but that got a chuckle out of me. Then I came across something really weird. I'll be the judge of that, author. After the nostalgia and the pain and memories was a missing persons poster type thing. You know, like the ones they have on the walls at the front of Walmart. Yeah, I do know what you mean. The guy looked just like me. It was uncanny. Poor guy had been missing since April 2015. He even has the same birthmark on his neck. I can't believe it. That is interesting, but I wonder what it means. If I didn't know any better, I'd think we were twins, honestly. Different name and all. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're looking for something to kill some time, and maybe an alternative to Google your own name game, you should try doing a reverse image search of yourself. You might dig up some old memories, or come across something weird like I did. And I suppose I'll leave you with that. My girl is calling me from the other room. Time to take my meds and have some dinner. Credited to Irrational Fears host. So they're leaving on this note about meds, and I think I'm getting the idea that maybe his memories are being wiped and replaced with something else. I don't know. Not the strongest, which I'm really kind of disappointed in this ending. I was really expecting there to be some sort of twist or some sort of rabbit hole that they go down, because the story was flowing so nicely, but it kind of ended on an anticlimactic note, if you ask me. It seems that they knew that they could do something interesting with a Google reverse image search as the crux of the story, but didn't actually think it all the way through. It's kind of like a half-baked idea, like there's got to be something you could do with that, you know? And they didn't quite find it. Let me know in the comments if you think that there's something that I'm missing, whether it's obvious or takes some real thinking. I don't think that I have. I think that they really just kind of lost the script near the end, had a concept, wanted to get it out, but didn't really think through fully what you can do with a Google reverse image search as a horror story. So out of curiosity, in wanting to try this out, I'm making myself crack up here. I uploaded my image for my YouTube page of my face over to the Google image search, against my better judgment, because I'm a Bing user, and I found, it gave me results for my page, obviously, but it also brought up Kylo Ren and pictures of some Asian dude from the Teen Wolf Wikia. Oh, that's hilarious. The fact that Googling that brought up a bunch of pictures of handsome men, certainly makes me feel better. And it also confirms that some people think that I'm Asian, I guess. Now, if you enjoyed that, consider helping out the community and supporting my channel. You can support the community by conversing in the comments below, going to toospooky.com, that's TOOspooky.com for more original horror stories, and checking me out on Undercooked Analysis for similar content. You can support me by liking this video, following me on Twitter and Tumblr, links down in the description, as well as my art page, which is also down below. Thank you for your time, and now on to our sponsor at this non-moment in time. Sweet Dreams. Sweet dreams, made of 100% this, and who am I to disagree?